Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Mica Burton.
We are 2 weeks away from the official release of the Nintendo Switch, but at least one has already been spotted in the wild. And as if that's not enough, someone also leaked a ton of footage from the Wii U version of Breath of the Wild, showing off a bunch of different enemy encounters and weapons, and maybe kind of possibly spoiling a couple things. So just a heads up about that on being on the internet now.
Be careful when you go looking for stuff because you may get spoiled.
You may find it.
All of this info comes as the Switch is so close to its release date, making us even hungrier for any little tiny morsel of information about the console.
All right, so first, let's talk about the Switch. Are you ready for a first look at it? No, we don't have ours yet, sadly, but Nintendo, we will kindly take one of those. But thanks to the magic of the internet, we at least have a peek of a Switch that's already been released to the public somehow.
Well, it all started when a NeoGAF user, Hip-Hop the Robot,
I love that name.
That is an incredible name, was accidentally shipped his Nintendo Switch pre-order a full 2 weeks early by an unnamed retailer. The website flowko.tv reached out to Hip-Hop the Robot and asked him to do an unboxing video, which he did.
Yeah, and then of course that video, which claims to be the world's first Switch unboxing, spread across the internet like wildfire.
So let's break down the unboxing of the video. After Hip-Hop the Robot opens the box, we see the Switch console and Joy-Cons, then a manual and some power cords. Then he shows off the grip, which comes included, as well as the Joy-Con straps. Finally, there's the stand for the Switch, which allows it to be docked and played on a TV.
Now, after Hip-Hop the Robot unboxes the Switch, he then plugs it in and shows off the system's menus, which shows the now familiar red Switch title screen logo. From there, we get a look at the main user interface. And this is important because this is one of the things that we haven't seen a whole lot of. We saw the dev interface, but the actual end user interface has been a bit shy.
Yes.
After the language selection screen, we see the news tab, which for now just shows mostly how-to information about the system.
After the news tab, there are tabs for the eShop, photo album, and one other to manage settings for controllers. In that controllers tab, you can pair new controllers and change the order of the Joy-Cons that are connected, so that's kind of cool.
Yes, and then there's a system settings tab, which shows off health and safety information, probably warns you not to play for too long, says please use the wrist straps, all that sort of stuff.
That we all ignore.
Right, and also allows you to put the system into airplane mode, adjust the screen's brightness, lock the screen into sleep mode. So if you're familiar with the 3DS interface and like all the functions in there, similar to that. Now you can also adjust parental controls and configure internet settings. So yeah, pretty standard console stuff.
There's also a Mii Creator and a tab for all of your amiibos. The Switch also has a white and black theme depending on your preference, as well as settings to adjust when the Switch goes to sleep mode. I hope that you can use themes like you can on your 3DS, like interactive themes.
I tried a couple of themes and I don't really care for them.
Oh, I like mine. It's Animal Crossing and it plays the 12 p.m. tune for me.
They always just seem so busy. I like it nice and clean.
That's true.
Nintendo hasn't confirmed this video, but it looks pretty authentic. We don't know who the mysterious retailer is who shipped this early, but man, I wish they sent it to me. Now, it's also possible that Hip-Hop the Robot is a games journalist who got shipped a preview copy a little bit earlier than everyone else, but we are also seeing a lot of outlets getting their Nintendo Switches today. So I'm waiting for the mail to come in anytime, please.
Come on, Nintendo.
I want to be part of the chosen ones. But we'll be seeing a lot more of these videos pop up now that a lot of the outlets have their hands on, depending on what the embargoes are.
As to the leaker's identity, that's also a mystery. In a NeoGAF thread discussing the unboxing video, Hip-Hop the Robot pops up to say that I am, in fact, just some guy, so the plot thickens.
I'm a real boy.
I like that he had to prove that he's not someone special. He's like, I'm just a dude. I got it early.
Of course. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. Remember the PS4 Slim? Someone also got a hold of that one early just last year and then leaked pictures all over the internet. So yes, these things do happen.
I love that in this year, 2017, it's not nudes that get leaked, it's Switches.
We do love our hardware.
Yeah. And if that Switch unboxing video wasn't enough for you, we've got even more leaked footage of its biggest launch game, Zelda Breath of the Wild. Someone posted dozens of clips of the Wii U version on a YouTube channel called Family Games, and I am staying so far away from that. The footage is pretty extensive and includes the first 20 minutes of gameplay, so there are definitely some spoilers, including footage of Calamity Ganon, one of the confirmed villains in the game. We also get to see Link using his bombs and some cool footage of Link using motion controls to shoot his fire and ice arrows. Oh my god, that's so exciting. There's also footage of Link rolling a huge boulder down a hill, throwing barrels, eating mushrooms, and getting attacked by a swarm of bees.
Now, if that wasn't enough, there's also footage of the Wolf Link amiibo joining Link as the pair runs around the open world. So there's that. We also get to see Link using various weapons, including a pitchfork, a tree branch, and a woodcutter's axe as he navigates the world and fights off enemies.
In other Switch news, we also got confirmation of another very welcome feature, especially if you're one of those gamers who buys their stuff digitally. Twitter user Bjorn the Smexy,
also a great name.
Wow.
That's a trend today.
that is incredible, tweeted a picture of the Switch's factory settings restoration screen, which says that all eShop purchases made on the console will be tied to the account and not the system.
Thank God. Thank God.
That is so nice.
Finally.
Thank you, Nintendo. Because that's how it is for the Wii U and the 3DS consoles, making it very difficult to spread purchases. This will also allow players to download all purchase content on any Switch console, so if you're Kdin and bought multiple, as long as the account is linked to the console.
If it's true, this will address a problem that a lot of people have had with Nintendo for years and years now. People have long criticized the fact that the company doesn't have a unified account system, which makes it difficult for users to manage their digital libraries or carry purchases between consoles. I mean, we thought that would change with the launch of the Nintendo account system last spring, and it's improved, but Nintendo has yet to implement a way to re-download old purchases on its current consoles yet. It's one of the most laughable things about the 3DS is the fact that if you lose a 3DS and you have digital purchases on there, their justification for why they won't replace them, why it's not tied to the account, is if it was a physical game, you would have just lost it.
Oh my God.
Never mind that you could have dozens and dozens of games in there.
That doesn't make...
It's always been a little bit weird with those guys, but this is a huge, huge improvement.
Nintendo's learning from their mistakes. So,
It can happen.
round of applause. So, yeah, that about wraps up what we know at this point when it comes to the Switch and Breath of the Wild. Are you stoked about the Switch's release? I'm stoked. Is it weird that we're only learning about the system's UI through leaked videos and not an official Nintendo presentation?
No, not that weird. It's Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. We're kind of used to it. It's par for the course. But, let us know in the comments.
And for all your Switch news, including tons of gameplay videos, once we finally get our copies, we're going to do a mega stream the day it comes out, so that should be a lot of fun.
Switch Day.
Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Know. And if you want to get notifications, there's a bell you can turn on so you can see when the streams go live.
I think we should all wear red in honor of the Switch.
Okay, let's just calm it all down. Is
that too much?
Let's take it down a notch, okay?
I'm just excited.
Maybe some of us can wear blue. And
and then we'll just
we'll be dressed up as Joy-Cons.